Alright, what's going on, guys? We're back with another video. Today we're going to be reacting to the mystery of Elisa Lam conspiracy theory. If you don't know who Elisa Lam is, it's the girl that died at Cecil Hotel. It was a big thing on the news like 7 years ago. And there's currently a Netflix series about the whole situation. It's really interesting. You guys should go watch it. And before we get started, there's a spoiler warning. Everything in this video is going to mention it's going to mention some things in that series. So if you haven't seen it, you should probably click off the video now. And before we get started, I just want to say Elisa Lam, at the end of the show, she ended up dying because of her bipolar disorder. So you should always check on your friends, your family, your neighbors, just to see how they're doing. You never know what people could be going through. So just checking on someone could change their day. You could be the only person that checks on them. So it's just important to make sure everybody around you is doing good in their life. And yeah, if you need help, if you have a mental disorder of any sorts, you can always seek out help. There's always people there to help. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So yeah, let's get into this video.
So today I'm going to be talking about a conspiracy that's kind of scary and sad. So if you get sensitive to that kind of stuff, I wouldn't watch this. It's nothing too much, but it's murder and death, and it's a little scary. If you're not good with stuff like that, then maybe don't watch this, or watch it during the daytime or something. Today we're talking about a conspiracy that so many people have asked me to cover. It's fascinated me for a long time, Elisa Lam. So Elisa Lam was a 21-year-old.
Oh, and another thing, this video was uploaded 4 years ago, so this is going to be some true conspiracy theories, because the Netflix series actually tells what happens and everything, so.
College student from Vancouver, Canada, and this happened in February of 2013, and she went to Los Angeles and was staying at the Cecil Hotel, which is a creepy place in itself. The hotel always had sort of a dicey reputation, like there's a lot of nicer hotels around it, so it quickly became just kind of like a sketchy place. Then a few really creepy things happened there, and so it went from, you know, just sketchy to like morbid. It's notorious for a bunch of murders, and serial killers stay there, and it's just like the creepiest place. Many people have committed suicide there. It's just a creepy place. So before Elisa died, there was some video footage of her taken in the Cecil Hotel in the elevator, and it's very bizarre. I'm gonna show some clips of it right here, but she walks in the elevator and everything seems normal. It doesn't look like anything abnormal is going on, and she starts pressing the buttons and trying to, you know, go to wherever she's going. What I thought was strange is when she's typing in the like number onto the elevator keypad. What am I saying? She's like there, she's down there for a while. It seems like she's pressing multiple buttons, but I'm not completely sure.
Yeah, and right here you can see there's more than one button light up. There's like 3, 4, I think it's like 4 right there you can see. But there could be more, but right there you can see 4 buttons lit up.
And then she steps back and gets out of the elevator and looks around.
It's not the full video, I added links to it. Well, if you want to go see the full video, you can go over to her video. The link will be in that description. It's much better quality on the original, so.
She's then standing in the elevator waiting for the doors to close, and the doors don't close, which is so creepy. She gets up like against the wall, like she's almost hiding from someone, or she's trying to get away from something quickly, which is kind of how it looks to me. But then she does the weirdest thing. She goes out of the elevator and starts like making these hand motions, and no one knows what she was doing. She was like, I don't know, it kind of almost looked like a drug trip. There's a lot of inconsistencies in the videos and kind of like skips and stuff, so people think that it's been tampered with and that like a minute has been removed from it. A lot of people think that the video has been slowed down and also was stretched slightly, so maybe cutting something out and stretching it for whatever. I mean, no one really knows what the point of that was. A lot of people think that there was someone in the beginning of the footage possibly that they didn't want us to see, or she did something, or something weird happened, and who knows? Elisa is out of the elevator for quite a while. She's just kind of standing there, like looking around. It almost looks like she's looking for someone. She's doing weird things with her hands. Super weird, right? And then she's gone. You don't see her, and
Alright, yeah, I want to talk about this. Hold on.
Doing weird things with her hands.
This is just weird to me that
super weird, right?
You can see, this is the actual footage. Watch, you can just see like the door right here. It doesn't even like close. No, it just skips.
She's gone. You don't see her.
That was just the actual footage. It just skips. Like they cut a bunch of stuff out. It seems.
The elevator door finally shuts. Why wasn't it shutting before? But then not only does it shuts and then opens and then shuts and then opens. What the fuck? All right, so 18 days later, people started reporting that their water was funky colors, tasted funny, something was up with the water. So they reported this, and when they went up to check the water tanks, Elisa Lam was dead floating in them, which means that the whole hotel had been drinking the water from that tank, which had her decaying body in it for 18 days. 18 days.
That's why you bring your own water, first of all. I don't drink sink water. That's just nasty. You should just drink bottled water. It's the best for you. Sink water has a bunch of dirt in it, all that kind of stuff. It's not good for you. Don't drink sink water.
18 days. So when they took her body and started to investigate, there were no signs of anything really wrong with her body. It didn't appear that anyone had hurt her or forced her in there, but she was completely naked when they found her. So now that I've explained to you guys the whole story behind this, we're gonna talk about some of the theories people have of what happened to her. So a lot of people think that it was a suicide, that she was just, you know, maybe was at the hotel because of all the history of everything and just wanted to kill herself in a kind of, I don't know, historic place to kill yourself. How do you drown yourself? I feel like it'd be almost impossible to just lay there and die.
That's what I'm saying. Like, drowning yourself, it would be so hard. I mean, maybe if she was in there for a long time though and couldn't get out, because your body would just get tired and you wouldn't be able to swim anymore. That could be the reason why she drowned. But I'm just saying, like, trying to drown yourself would be so hard because your body would just make you want to go back up and breathe. Like, it would be almost impossible. I don't even know. Maybe
she was swimming in it. I guess it's possible. Another theory is that she was on drugs, which would kind of make sense because the way that she was acting right here is definitely signs of someone who's on some type of like LSD or, you know, some type of hallucinogenic drug.
I mean, that's true, but if you've seen the documentary, it says that they tested her system, everything, said she was not on any drugs. So
one thing that you should know about Elisa Lam is that she was bipolar, and the medicine that she was taking for that was actually known to cause hallucinogenic episodes. Maybe she saw something that wasn't actually there.
In the show, she actually wasn't taking her medicine, so yeah.
Or, you know, heard voices telling her to get into the tank. I mean, I'm not exactly sure. I've never experienced anything like that. But the weird thing was they did run drug tests on her body, and there wasn't a trace of anything, not even her medication.
Oh, that might
which is super weird. So then if she was like tripping on drugs, maybe she went and got in the tank herself. But the problem that I have with that is, why weren't the elevator doors shutting?
Yeah,
I mean, nothing can really explain that. That just seems really creepy and almost like paranormal to me. Which brings me to the next theory, and that a lot of people think that she was possessed somehow, was possessed by something, and something put her in there. There was like evil spirits in the hotel, and they forced Alisa to act all weird and the whole thing, and stopped the elevator from going, trying to get her to go kill herself in the water tank. One theory that is super interesting to me is the theory that Alisa was playing an elevator game. It's a paranormal game, kind of like Bloody Mary, you know, where you like say Bloody Mary in front of the mirror and like spin around 3 times and whatever, which I've done.
See, I don't know if I believe in like these games, but I definitely do think ghosts are real. I wouldn't say I had experiences in person of ghosts, but I know people who have, so I think ghosts are real. But I don't know about these games like Bloody Mary and the elevator game. I don't know if those are real, but they could be. You never know.
This is a game that originated in Korea. Rules of this game is that you have to be in a building by yourself, you have to be alone, and you have to be in a building at least 10 stories high in the elevator. So then there's all of these things that you're supposed to do. Like, you're supposed to press the button for the 4th floor, and when you get to the 4th floor, you press another button, and it just goes on and on and on. You're like supposed to go on this sequence of numbers. Apparently, when you reach the 5th floor, after you've done all of those things, a woman comes into the elevator, but you can't look at her, can't make eye contact with her, you have to act like she's not there. So then apparently you press the button for the 1st floor to bring you back down. If the elevator actually goes down to the 1st floor like it was supposed to, you're supposed to get out, don't look back, don't talk, and just stay away from that whole situation, I guess. According to the game, you may also go to the 10th floor. And if you go to the 10th floor, you're supposed to keep going with the game. Apparently, when you get to the 10th floor, you can either choose to get out or stay in the elevator. And if you get out, apparently the woman says, "Where are you going?" When that happens, you're supposed to not speak to her, don't look at her, don't acknowledge her, and get out. The whole point of this game is to get to the other world. And you will know if you're in the other world if you are the only person there. But if you're not and you're just back in the real world, then I guess you're still in the same world. I don't really know. I don't really get.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't know if it works. Probably not. Definitely not. But
these kind of things, I don't believe in a lot of them. I mean, there's a lot more to this like game. It's really creepy, but a lot of people think that maybe she was trying to play the game and that something actually happened. Maybe she was the only one that could see the woman, or I don't know, it's just super weird. So one theory that people have is that Elisa was murdered by a hotel staff member. And this is because...
See, this is kind of what I thought too. I was thinking a hotel member did it because, like, the footage looks like it's tampered with. It looks like it's slowed down, all that kind of stuff, because they could easily tamper with that stuff and then turn it over and be like, oh yeah, this is the real footage and it wasn't edited, nothing. Like, I don't know.
The roof where the water tank was, you had to have a key card to get into it, like, because it's for like maintenance only. They don't want guests like chilling up there, you know. But there wasn't any signs that anyone had gone on the roof that day. No alarms went off, nothing. So people think that it's possible that someone who had access to the roof, you know, put her in there. Another huge theory is that Elisa was killed by the government. And the reason for that would be that she knew too much about a secret project. Before her stay at the hotel, Elisa had tweeted about a secret project that was going on in Canada. Elisa had tweeted about a Canadian company that was investing in an invisibility cloak. And in the tweet, there was a link to this article from HuffPost Canada that was talking about this project. What it is invisible shielding, and it's basically like this technology they're trying to develop where they are able to make like military people invisible so that they can use it in battle, if that makes sense. And so a lot of people think that she knew too much and so they got rid of her. I don't know about this though, because to me that tweet looked like it was something where she just shared an article, like pressed, you know, Twitter share on the article. It didn't look like it was actually like even typed by her. And if it was an article, why would they kill one girl who like shared the article when there'd be tons of other people that knew about it? So another strange theory, which I don't really know even if it's a theory because I don't really completely understand it, but there's a really strange coincidence between Elisa Lam's case and this movie called Dark Water. It's a Japanese film from 2002.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure they talked about this in the documentary. They talked about this movie.
Where a body was found in a water tank very similar to Elisa. Literally the same thing happened, that people were drinking the water with a dead body in it. And one of the weirdest parts is the outfit that the girl in the movie was wearing is very similar to what Elisa was wearing. So could Elisa have recreated the movie, or did someone else recreate the movie, or is it just a complete coincidence? I don't know. And then there's another creepy theory. Around the time that Elisa was found dead, there was an outbreak of tuberculosis in the Skid Row area. And the name of the test to determine if someone has tuberculosis is called Lamb Elisa. The theory goes that they didn't want a lot of people to know about the tuberculosis outbreak, or to scare people, or I don't know. I mean, the government's always trying to keep things under wraps. So a lot of people think that Elisa Lam never existed. People think that they just created this character, Elisa Lam, with the same spelling, just, you know, turned around, because it was a huge news story. And when you search Elisa Lam, so many things come up, and it blocks all the Lam Elisa stuff. So a lot of people think that it's just kind of a diversion, which honestly,
I don't know.
It's possible. The one thing that I want to say about this whole thing that just creeps me out a lot is when I first saw a picture of Elisa Lam, I thought I knew her. I remember seeing a picture of her and just being like, I think I know that girl. Like, I think I've seen her. Is she on TV? Is she like, where have I seen that face before? Curious if any of you have also had that experience.
She just looks familiar.
I have things like that all the time though, so it might just be a complete coincidence. Who knows? But that's it for today. I hope I didn't creep you guys out too much, but...
Alright, well, yeah. That's all for today, guys. It's a pretty interesting video. If you haven't seen it and you just watched this, it probably spoiled a lot of stuff, but you should definitely go watch the full documentary. Very interesting stuff. But yeah, that's all. If you enjoyed, drop a like down below. Comment some video suggestions you'd like to see next. You know, subscribe. I upload every single day on here. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.